Researchers have found that being kind to yourself when you're in pain or despair is one of the best things you can do for your health. It's a learnable skill that's different than trying to be positive or more about us and more about self-acceptance. To help with us with this is our 90s wellness expert and psychotherapist, Heather Hans. Good morning.
Hi, Corey. Good morning.
Being kind to yourself is so hard. So how do you define being kind to yourself?
Yeah, so self-kindness really means that you act in a supportive and understanding way towards yourself, especially when you're under stress. And so you're validating your pain and your common humanity instead of feeling worse by it. And what constitutes being supportive really depends on the circumstances. It could mean acknowledging that you need to rest if you're overworked, or it could mean taking more responsibility if you've been procrastinating.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so what are some of the ways self-kindness improves wellness?
Yes, there are so many ways. One of them is that it improves mental health. It's been shown to decrease depression, anxiety, self-criticism, fear of failure, and it also prevents or reduces people's tendency to dwell on the past hurts and pain. And it increases resilience, curiosity, and optimism. So it creates a shift in attitude that builds inner strength. And another thing it does is it improves our relationships. It's been found to make people more socially and emotionally stable and increase their emotional intelligence. It's even been found to motivate people to make amends because they feel better about themselves, so they don't need to protect themselves or their egos as much. And some people are actually much kinder to other people than they are to themselves, but this isn't good for relationships either, because when you're not kind to yourself, it makes you feel inadequate because you're not meeting your own basic safety needs. And so just one more point is that it's really the basis of personal empowerment. Self-kindness has been shown to make people learn better after mistakes and failures and be more efficient, get more accomplished. So it's all about valuing yourself, not in comparison to other people, but because you're inherently worthy of care and concern.
Oh, it's so true. So many people give kindness to other people more than themselves, which is terrible to say. So how can people practice kindness towards themselves?
Yes, the best way is to start paying attention to the conversation in your head. Thoughts like, that was so stupid of me, or I could never have that, because so often these thoughts are critical and limiting and even abusive. So you want to strive for a more balanced view of yourself and really be validating again. You validate the pain, validate your humanity. And a couple of ways to do that: you could write yourself a supportive letter when you're feeling down, or even quicker, you can use mantras like, this really hurts right now. Being human is hard. This is part of being human. And I'm going to be extra gentle and supportive with myself.
I love this. Obviously, a lot of benefits to being kind to yourself. Heather, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.